Two watches, one big decision. Which one actually gives you the best bang for your buck? If you have been eyeing a budget friendly Rolex Datejust homage, these two are at the top of the list. The Sugess S4 4736 and the Octopus Kraken 36mm. Both look stunning, both cost around 200 bucks, but they take different approach. One has better finishing, the other one has a smoother movement. One wins on looks and the other on comfort. But which one truly deserves the spot on your watch box? Stick around and let's break it all down. Alright, let's be honest, you probably do not need another watch, but here you are watching yet another watch review, and I get it. Because today we have got a head to head battle between two of the best Rolex Datejust homages you can get on a budget. The Sugess S447 36mm and Octopus Kraken 36mm. They both offer that classic fluted bezel dress watch aesthetic without forcing you to sell a kidney. But the real question is which one is actually better and which one deserves that sweet spot on your wrist. Let's quickly talk about pricing because that is a factor here. Both of these watches are priced similarly around $200. Unfortunately, Suga seems to be out of stock everywhere. I will leave the links below anyways for you guys. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with the most eye catching part of any watch, the dial. This is where your eyes go first, and where these two watches take slightly different approaches to the Datejust homage formula. Sugess S44-7 36mm. The dial on the Sugess is sunburst green and it's absolutely gorgeous. It plays with light beautifully but isn't overly reflective, which means it looks good in all lighting conditions: indoors, outdoors, direct sunlight, dim environment, you name it. One small but significant detail is printed second numerals at 5-second intervals. Some people love this because it adds a bit of that legibility and unique touch. Others might prefer more the cleaner look of the watch that stick to the simple applied markers. But I personally think it gives a Sugas more functional, slightly sportier appeal while still maintaining that dressy elegance. The hands and markers are polished, applied, and filled with lume, which is always a plus. The lume isn't like Seiko diver strong, but for a dress watch, it is pretty respectable. At night, you will get a soft green glow that makes it easy to check the time in low light. The Cyclop magnifier on the window is also well executed with proper alignment over the date, a detail that even some luxury watches sometimes struggle with. Octopus takes a different approach with a deep, glossy enamel green dial. This is where the two watches really start to diverge. The enamel finish gives the Octopus a more glassy, almost liquid like appearance, which is stunning in the right lighting. But here's a catch: it's very reflective. In bright conditions, it can almost be too shiny, making it harder to read at a glance. Unlike Sugas, the Octopus keeps things minimal with the just applied markers, no extra numerals. It sticks closer to that classic Datejust DNA. The simplicity works. The lume is present on the hands and markers, and while it's comparable to the Sugas, the hands seems to have slightly less surface area for the lume, making them a bit less visible in total darkness. So, which dial is better? Well, it depends on what you want. If you prefer a more vibrant green that looks good in all lighting, the Sugas wins. If you want a deeper, darker, glossy green that sometimes looks almost black, the Octopus is a better choice. Now let's talk about what's taking inside these watches. Sugess, this one is powered by Seagull ST2130 automatic movement. If you know your movements, you'll recognize this as a clone of ETA 2824, which is an absolute workhorse. It runs at 28,800 beats per hour, meaning you get that smooth sweeping seconds hand that we all love. Power reserve, a solid 40 plus hours, which is perfectly respectable. On Octopus is equipped with the PT 5000 movement, which is another high beat, 28,800 beats. Swiss ETA clone also. In terms of performance, it's neck and neck with Siegel ST2130, but there is one major difference: the crown action. Sugess' crown feels buttery smooth when you operate it. The winding is refined and setting the time feels precise. The Octopus, not so much. The crown feels a little rough and clunky, and the threading isn't as refined. You might have to fiddle with it a bit to screw it down properly. So while both movements perform equally well, the Sugess wins on overall refinement and how it feels when you interact with it. Both watches use 316L stainless steel for their case, bracelet, and clasp. This is just the gold standard for watch cases in this price range. It's durable, corrosion resistant, and polishes up beautifully. Case finishing is impressive on both, with a mix of polished and brushed surfaces that gives them that high-end look. The fluted bezel on each plays with light really well, adding that unmistakable dressy sparkle that makes these watches pop. Let's talk about bracelets, right? Octopus Kraken wins here hands down. The Jubilee style bracelet is more comfortable with better articulation in the links. It just feels better on the wrist, making it more comfortable for all day wear. On the other hand, Suga's bracelet is solid and well finished, but it's just a bit stiffer compared to Octopus. It's still a great bracelet, but Octopus does it better. Both use folding clasps that feel secure and don't dig into the wrist, which is great. One area where Sugas completely dominates is branding and customer service. Sugas has a signed crown, signed clasp, and a strong online presence. They have an actual website, and if you have an issue, you can contact someone and get a response. On the other hand, Octopus, not so much. No signed crown, no signed clasp, and their website is basically non existent. If you buy one and something goes wrong, your best bet is hoping the seller on AliExpress helps you. So, which watch should you buy? Here's a breakdown. If you want better dial, better crown action, and a more reputable brand, go for with Sugas. If you want a more comfortable bracelet and a better case finishing, the Octopus takes the win. Personally, I would go for the Sugas because the dial pops more, the movement is smoother to operate, and the customer service is better. If you care about bracelet comfort above all, Octopus is the way to go. Alright, so that is the showdown: Sugas versus Octopus. One tough decision. Let me know which one you would pick down in the comments. I always love hearing your takes. Now, if you are into dressy watches like this, you have to check out this video I did on another Sugas model. It's got some serious wrist presence. Or if you're balling on a serious budget, I've got a video where I compare this Eddie's Dive Digest and a Longines Baby Homage for 50 bucks. Yep, $50. It's wild how good these are for the money. Hit that like button if you found this helpful, and if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe also. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and your support means the world. Thanks for watching. Stay classy. I'll see you guys on the next one.